Please confirm to me. All of you get my voice on screen. Those who are attending in online, please confirm to me, guys. All of you get my voice on screen. Those who are attending in online, please respond to me. All of you get my voice on screen. Those who are attending in online, guys, please confirm to me. All of you get my voice on screen. Those who are attending in online, right? Right. Good morning, guys. And check it what we completed in the last session. I think so. We are discussing about the differences between Java and others. In the differences between Java and others, almost all we completed three differences. Almost all we completed. Right. And can you tell me what are the three differences here we completed there? What is the first difference here we have seen? C and C++ are static programming languages, but Java is what there? A dynamic programming language. Next one is preprocessor is required in a C and C++, but preprocessor is not required in a Java. Fine. Next one is third point here we started there. C and C++ are platform dependent programming languages, but Java is a platform independent programming language. Right, where I given some points about this platform dependent programming languages and the platform independent programming languages. Already we are given some points about it. What are the various points about this one? First one is like what I'm telling now. If any programming language allows its applications to perform compilation and execution on the same operating system, then the programming language is what? Platform dependent programming language. Examples are what there? C and C++. Here are given already some points now. If we compile C program on Windows operating system, here we are able to get .exe file. What is this .exe file actually? This .exe file contains directly executable code and it is having the local operating system representations. That is Windows representations. If we want to execute this Windows represented .exe file, we must provide the same Windows operating system at a runtime for execution time now. Okay, because of that reason, this execution process is dependent on the compilation operating system. So because of that reason, C and C++ are what are their platform dependent programming languages. Here already given some points. C engine I installed initial Linux operating system. If C engine is available on Linux operating system, what is going to be happen there now? It is able to understand only Linux representations. But here we provided what they right Windows.exe representations, Windows representations now. Due to this mismatch, the program is not going to be executed. But if you want to execute the program at the execution time, in place of Linux, we have to use what the same Windows operating system we have to use. If we provide the same Windows operating system, now the compatibility is available, mismatches are not identified, then immediately program is going to be executed. If we provide Windows represented .exe file to the C engine, which is on Windows operating system, then it able to understand and execute Windows represented .exe files. Right, sir. Next one is what is platform independent programming language? If any programming language allows its applications to perform compilation is on one operating system and execution is on another operating system, then the programming language is called platform independent programming language. Examples for platform independent programming languages are Java, Python. They are the best examples. Of course, so many examples are available, but I've taken Java and Python. Now, How can you say Java is a platform independent programming language? Here I given some clarity. If we compile a Java program on Windows operating system, there we are able to get dot class files. What we are able to get there? Dot class files. Understand it clearly. Then what is the situation for this dot class file actually? Dot class file contains byte code. It is not directly executable code. It is an intermediate code. Okay, and it is not following any operating system representations, including Windows. So it's a neutral bytecode, not related to any operating system. But if you want to run this bytecode on Linux operating system, that bytecode must be Linux represented bytecode. If you want to run this bytecode on Solaris operating system, that bytecode must be Solaris represented bytecode. If you want to execute this bytecode on Mac operating system, that bytecode must be Mac related bytecode. If you want to execute the same bytecode on Windows operating system, where that bytecode must be what there? Windows represented bytecode. So exactly in this particular situation, to make Java as a platform independent programming language and to execute Java applications on multiple operating systems, the Sun Microsystems has provided some converters. The Sun Microsystems has provided these converters. No, with the help of these converters, we can convert the neutral bytecode to the local operating system representations. The local operating system represented bytecode is called as native code. That bytecode is called as what there? Native code. Fine. Whenever we are getting this native code, that native code we are going to execute on the respective operating system, then we are able to get outputs. Fine. How Sun Microsystems has provided these converters actually? Sun Microsystems has provided all these converters along with the execution process in a separate command. That command is what there, that the component is what there, JVM, Java Virtual Machine. Here we have some conclusions. What are the various conclusions we have given there? Java is a platform independent programming language because of JVMs only. But JVM is what their platform dependent. Not only JVM, the complete Java software is a platform platform dependent, but Java programming language is what their platform independent. That's it. These are the various points already we understood clearly about the previous content. Now immediately we have one important interview question. What is that question here we are getting there? What are the differences between .exe file and what next one? .class file. What are the differences between .exe file and .class file? Differences here we have to understand. Just 3 to 4 differences only. Understand it clearly. No, very simple. First of all, tell me in which programming languages these .class files are existed. In which programming languages these .exe files are available. If we observe this point here, .exe files exist in C and C++. Next one is .class files exist in Java. Point number one, simple point I'm telling there. Okay, .exe files exist in C and C++. .class files exist in Java. Next one is after this .exe files are able to understand it clearly. .exe files are able to have, or maybe .exe files contains directly executable code. Whereas .class files contains bytecode. .class file contains what there? Bytecode. What is this bytecode actually? .class files contains what there? Bytecode. Okay. So it is not directly executable code. Okay, it is not directly executable code. Then what is it? What it is actually? It is an intermediate code. It is what there? An intermediate code. Right, sir? Observe carefully. .exe file contains directly executable code, but .class files contains bytecode. It is not directly executable code, and it is an intermediate code. Okay, it is not directly executable code. It is an intermediate code now. That's okay, fine. Next, one more point I'm telling there. Try to understand it now. As per your awareness, which file, maybe .exe or .class, I'm talking there, which file is a platform dependent and which file is a platform independent? Come on, answer for it now. As we have seen the total scenario, which file is platform dependent, which file is platform independent? .exe file is what? Platform dependent. Why? Because it has the local operating system representations. So the point is what? .exe file is a platform dependent file. But whereas .class file, .class file is a platform independent file. .class file is what? The platform independent file. .exe file is a platform dependent file. .class file is a platform independent file. All of you understand it clearly now. Next one is after this, after completion of this particular point here. Another thing is like what I am telling to you, observe carefully. Security related point I am telling there. Security related point, if you observe this, .exe, .class. Which one is providing more security? Which one is providing lesser security? If you come for this point, answer is very clear. .exe file is providing lesser security, whereas .class file is providing what there? More security. Understand it clearly? .exe file is providing lesser security, whereas .class file is providing more security. Right, sir. .class file is providing what there? More security. Right, sir. How, sir? How can you say like this? .exe files are providing lesser security. .class files are providing more security. How it is now? I'll give one simple example. Try to understand this example now. If you observe this C and C++, if you compare, C programming language is a less secured programming language. It is providing less security for the applications. But whereas Java is providing more security. As Java is providing more security, definitely .class files are providing more security when compared with what their .exe file. And C is providing less security. So definitely .exe file is providing less security when compared with what the .class file. This is one reason. As per the languages specification, we can conclude this point here. But apart from this, one more point here I'm able to specify. Try to understand this another point here. In general, if you observe this outside now, if you compare this .exe and .class file, if you observe in outside, in general, all the viruses related softwares are introduced in the form of .exe files. We're able to get viruses related files are coming in the form of what their .exe file. But no virus related file is coming in the form of like what their .class file. That is in general point I'm telling there, not related to this technology in general. So because of that reason, even in this way also we can conclude that .exe file is providing less security, .class file is providing what there more security. Right, now let's move on to the point here. What are the points here we discussed here now? First of all, our question is what are the difference between .exe and a .class file? Only 4 differences can be identified. First one is what there .exe files exist in C and C++. .class files exist in what there Java. .exe files contains directly executable code. .class files contains bytecode. It is not directly executable code. It is an intermediate code. .exe file is a platform dependent file, whereas .class file is a platform independent file. .exe file is providing less security, whereas .class file is providing what there more security. So these are exactly the points here what we are getting about the security, about this total differences between .exe and a .class. That's it. Totally this difference is completed. No, third difference also we understood. Now today we are going to put focus on the fourth difference between Java and other programming languages. What exactly the fourth difference here we are going to understand? Pointers are available in C and C++, but pointers are not available in Java. Pointers are available in C and C++, but pointers are not available in Java. Related to pointers. Now the point is what they're related to pointers. One time only we are going to understand all these points now. That every time we are not going to discuss about the concepts here. Now try to understand it clearly. Okay, fine. Before going to understand pointers are available or not available in C, C++, Java. Before that, first we have to understand what is a pointer. First we have to understand what is a pointer, what is the nature of the pointer, and why they are available in C and C++, and why it is not suitable in the case of Java. All the points here we have to understand clearly. Okay, fine. Now let's understand these points clearly. What I am telling to you. 1 minute. Right, sir. Now understand it clearly. Pointers are available in C and C++, but pointers are not available in Java. So before going to understand this, first we have to understand what is pointer, what is the meaning of the pointer, why it is available in C and C++, why it is not available in Java. All the points here we have to understand. After that only we are going to understand that exact content here. Now observe carefully. First of all, what is a pointer? Say for example, int a is equal to 10. Int a is equal to 10. Here what is this a variable? A is a variable. What that a variable is storing now? 10 is a value. 10 is a value. That is directly data. 10 value in the sense what there? Directly data. Data is stored in the variable a. Got it or not? Fine. In general, normal variables are able to store data. In general, normal variables are able to store data. Am I right or not? But what is a pointer variable? Pointer is a variable, okay? It is able to store the address locations of the data structures, where the data structures may be, where the data structures may be a variable, where the data structure may be a variable. Understand the point clearly. A normal variable, comma, an array. Data structures may be a normal variable, comma, an array, or maybe a structure. In case of say structures are available, it may be a structure, or it may be another pointer variable. It may be anything. Right, sir? Pointer is a variable. It is able to store the address locations of the data structures, where the data structures may be a variable, an array, a structure, or another pointer variable. This is the meaning of like what there, a pointer variable. Good. But how we are going to declare this pointer variable in Java? Sorry, in the case of C and C++. All right, sir, I'll give some representation. Now try to understand this representation clearly. By that, we are able to get some clarity. Now, observe carefully. Here we are having int a is equal to 10. int a is equal to 10. Clear? This is normal data, or else maybe I want to take some 50 as a data. Now, int star p semicolon p is equal to ampersand a. Like this we have taken. This is the pointer variable declaration and initialization. This is like what their pointer variable declaration and initialization. Good. When we compile this program, what a compiler will do? When we compile this program, what compiler is able to perform some action? First, when a compiler encounter this intersection, when a compiler compiles this intersection, immediately a variable will have 2 bytes of memory. In a C and C++, integer variables will have only 2 bytes of memory. So for a variable, 2 bytes of memory will be created, where the data, initial data 50 will be stored, and its starting address location is what there 1010, for example. Okay, when it is going to be happen, when a compiler compiles this particular instruction into a is equal to 50 semicolon we provided, immediately for a variable 2 bytes of memory will be allocated. That memory will have the starting address location 1010. Inside this memory, the actual value 50 will be stored. Good. Next one is after this, after completion of this. Next one is when compiler compiles this intersection into star p. As per this star notation, compiler understood that p variable is not a normal variable. P variable is a pointer variable. It has to store address locations. Immediately, compiler will assign a block of memory for this pointer variable. How much memory is required to store address values? With that memory, the compiler will assign for the pointer variable. Okay, fine. Then after this, when a compiler compiles this in a section, p is equal to ampersand a. Address of the a, address location of the a will be calculated. That address location value will be assigned to the p variable. So for example, address location of a is what there 1010. That value will be stored in a variable p. Good. Then immediately what happened there? P variable is referred to this particular memory location. Physically, if you observe this, pointer variable p is referring this particular memory block. This is going to be happen when we compile this piece of code inside the C program. Right, all together, I'm telling one point. In C and C++, pointer variables are recognized and initialized by compiler. In C and C++ applications, pointer variables are recognized and initialized by compiler. Compiler is providing initialization for the pointer variables in the sense which type of memory allocation it is. No, is it a static memory allocation or dynamic memory allocation? Static memory allocation only. At compilation time, we are providing memory allocation for the data in the sense like what their static memory allocation. So now here I am able to get one conclusion. Pointer variables are recognized and initialized by the compiler. So compiler must provide memory allocation for the pointer variables. So pointer variables require static memory allocation. Pointer variables required for their static memory allocation. Remember this point clearly. Okay, fine. After understanding the diagrammatic representation for these pointers now I have one important interview question now. Later I will give the diagram also, don't worry. But now I have one important interview question. What is the question here we are getting there? Observe carefully. My question is, why pointer variables are not supported or not suitable, why pointer variables are not suitable in Java. That's my question. Indirectly, what is the question here I'm asking there? Why pointer variables are suitable in C and C++? Why pointers are existed in C and C++ and why they are not existed inside the Java? This is my intention. Right. For this, we need to understand 3 to 4 reasons clearly. What are the 3 to 4 reasons here? We are going to understand now. All of you observe carefully. Point number 1. You know already this point here. Pointer variables are recognized and initialized by the compiler. So pointer variables required static memory allocation. But Java is following what memory allocation? Dynamic memory allocation. But Java is following dynamic memory allocation. Because of this reason, we can understand pointers are not suitable in the case of Java. Now tell me, pointers are required static memory allocation. That point here we understood. That's okay, fine. In the case of C and C++, what memory allocation is going on? Static memory allocation is going on. Pointers required what memory allocation? Static memory allocation. So both are matched or not? Pointers required static memory allocation. C and C++ is following static memory allocation. So here both are matched. Because of that reason, pointers are very much suitable in the case of C and C++, but pointers are not suitable in Java. On the basis of the same first point, second point I'm telling here is an extension only, almost the same point only, not any new point. But what is that point here? Pointer variables are supported by the static programming languages, but Java is a dynamic programming language. This is another point. Both are same, almost our first point and second point almost are similar, that we can understand clearly. All right, now observe carefully point number 3. Everybody observe carefully point number 3. Pointer variables are very much suitable in a platform dependent programming languages. Pointer variables are very much suitable in platform dependent programming languages, but Java is a platform independent programming language. So because of this reason, pointers are not suitable in the case of Java, but pointers are suitable in the case of C and C++. But try to understand this clearly, what I'm telling you now. Pointer variables are very much suitable in a platform dependent programming languages, but Java is a platform independent programming language, so pointers are not suitable in Java. One example I'm taking now, try to understand it clearly. All of you listen carefully. Simple example. Next 5 minutes of time, assume pointers are available in Java. Next 5 minutes of time, assume pointers are available in Java. Okay, right. Now tell me, first of all, Java is a platform independent programming language or not? Platform independent programming language. What is the meaning of platform independent programming language? We can compile Java program in one operating system. We can execute the same program in another operating system without recompile the program. We can compile in Windows operating system. The same program we can run in a Linux operating system. That's the nature of the platform independent programming language. Clear to all of you? Okay, fine. Assume it. Pointers are available in Java. Okay, pointers are available in Java. I prepared a program. Inside my Java program, I have used some pointer variable. I have a computer 1. Two computers are available with me. Computer 1, computer 2. In a computer 1, Windows operating system I have used it. Okay, I prepared my program. I'm trying to compile my program on Windows operating system. That's nice. It's compiled. If I use pointer variable in my Java program, when I compile the Java program, automatically pointer variable is representing some memory allocation or not. At the time of compilation in computer 1, pointer variable must refer a particular memory location or not. Let's assume it. Address of the memory for pointer variable is 1010, for example, at compilation time. In computer 1, in a RAM memory, in the main memory, 1010 memory location is available, that is assigned to the pointer variable. In that 1010 location, maybe some explicit data is available. Some ABC data is available. This is at which side now? At a compiler. That means compilation at a computer in Windows operating system. Nice. After that, it's okay. Compilation is completed. Then I want to go for execution. As Java is a platform independent programming language, I can execute my Java program in any of the operating systems. In any of the operating systems, in any of the computer, I can execute my Java program. So what I will do, I will go to the computer where I performed compilation. Dot class file is generated after compilation of my program. Even in the dot class file also, pointer variable is referring what there 1010 location. I copied the dot class file. I went to some other system. I went to some other computer. In a Linux operating system, I'm going to paste the same dot class file. In a Linux operating system, I'm trying to execute the program. When I execute this program, my pointer variable is available. Still that pointer variable is referring what location there? 1010 location. But 1010 location may be available at a computer 1. It may not be available at which machine there? Computer 2. In computer 2, that 1010 may have operating system software. Some system software may be available at 1010. But if you are trying to perform operation with that pointer, star p is equal to star p star 7 or maybe star 100, something else, some operation if you perform now, we are trying to modify the content of the 1010 location or not. Means that we are trying to corrupt the existed values of that 1010 or not. That 1010 may have some system softwares, no? The system softwares we are trying to modify the content or not. If it is a case, no, our entire operating system is not going to be provided its services. Entire operating system is going to be crashed. Get my point or not? So this is the serious problem with the pointers in the case of Java programming language. This type of problems we are able to get. Because of this reason, Java has removed totally pointers concepts from its programming. Java does not encourage, Java does not allow pointers feature inside the Java programming. So finally, what we are able to give the conclusion with this content here, we are able to provide the conclusion like what there, pointers are very much suitable in platform dependent programming languages. Pointers are not suitable in the case of what there, platform independent programming languages. If it is a platform dependent, understand it, no? For example, C program is available. There I have used pointer P. Okay, I compiled the C program in the same computer. When we compile this program, pointer variable P is referring 1010 location. Okay, in that 1010 location, some data is available, required data only. That is referred by P variable, pointer variable. But C is a platform dependent programming language. It's not going to be executed in any other computer. It must be executed in where? In the same computer. in the same computer, in the sense the pointer variable is referring 1010, same 1010 is available for execution or not? Same 1010 location is available for pointer P at runtime or not? So directly here we can understand same 1010 value is available to the pointer variable. At runtime it is able to manipulate the data, whatever the data it has clearly. But in the case of platform independent programming languages, what is going to be happen? We can compile program in one computer, but we can execute the same program in another computer. At a compilation time, if any memory location is assigned to the pointer variable, there is no guarantee that memory location is available or not available, or contains the same data or not contains the same data in other computer. If there is no guarantee for this pointer variable and its data at other computer, how can we allow the pointer variables inside the Java programming language, since it is a platform independent programming language? So because of that reason, the point is very clear. What is a clear-cut point here? Pointer variables are not suitable in a platform independent programming languages, but pointer variables are very much suitable in a platform dependent programming languages. Guys, all of you are following my points now? I don't know what is the reason why today you are totally dull, completely silent. Any family problems? Any girlfriend problem? Huh? Can I provide solution? If you have girlfriend problem, a single solution I have, permanent solution. What is that single solution? Permanent solution. Bring her to Java classes now. Life will be settled. Why? Then even I'm asking every question 2 times, 3 times I'm asking there. Then only you are giving response now. On first attempt you are not giving response. Now, I'm telling one fact actually, but not record, but I'm telling them. Actually myself I must be dull today, but I'm good, very good. But I'm trying to give the content more, but we are dull. Why? Because my thinking is what there. Yesterday even myself also I'm not believing my status there. At 10:30 or 11 o'clock, I think so. Yesterday night, I was sit for some updations on system. I'm doing some updations, one after another. Some concepts are coming there. Okay, the moment when I want to go for sleep, when I got sleeping, when I want to go for bed, if I check the time there on the system, no, it was almost all 4:30. Immediately at 5 o'clock, I wake up and again I go for walking. Half an hour sleep now. But still I'm taking the class now. But your situation is totally dull. Okay, of course, you also will wake up at up to 4:30. I know of that. With what there? WhatsApp chatting, right? Hmm? Right, sir. Then I have a question, guys. Then what you are doing inside the WhatsApp chatting max now? Can I give the keywords inside the WhatsApp chatting? No. Some words, HEA, ha, one word. Maximum chatting is going in with the word okay, okay. That's it. I don't know what is the meaning of it. No, some people are saying that HEM continuously. Apart from this, how much you are doing there is unnecessary internet waste, right? Fine. So I'm requesting to everybody, try to have proper sleep at night times. I think it shows clearly in your faces now. Right or not? So be active inside the class now. Whenever I'm asking questions there, you have to give some proper responses now. And one more point I'm telling there, for example, a musical night is going on. And the musical night, the singer is singing a song, very much temptation. But unfortunately, all the audience are completely silent. They are looking that singer face like seriously. What's going to be happen? One song okay, second song is okay, third song, the singer will understand. Why audience are completely silent? Even we are giving this much of performance there. His battery is also down. And moreover, myself, I'm having one bad habituation, one bad habit. In front of me, if any person is sleeping, automatically I'm getting sleeping. In front of me, if any person is laughing, automatically I'm getting laughing. In front of me, if any person is crying, automatically I'm getting crying, but I will not show that outside. This is, I think so, for everybody, the same thing is going on. So that's why be active. But always keep some smiley face. That will be good thing for you and as well as for the environment. Got it or not? Otherwise, if you are serious like this every day, no, I'll conduct every day half an hour yoga classes inside my class. The laughing session is there in the yoga classes. Are you aware about it? No, not aware, no? Damn sure. Tomorrow we'll have yoga class, no? That yoga teacher will give an assignment to all the audience. What is that assignment there? You have to create laughing automatically. Laugh yourself with bigger mode. Not like silent, no, bigger mode. Laugh yourself. There also might be some kind of positiveness will come. Okay, I will conduct. I think you need that type of sessions now. Okay, right, sir. Then be active. Now try to understand the point what I'm telling you. First of all, now tell me what topic I'm discussing now. Differences between Java and others. In the differences between Java and others, how many topics I completed? 3 topics I completed. I'm discussing fourth topic. Okay, what is the fourth topic I'm discussing now? Pointers are not available in C Java. Pointers are available in C process. Very good students. Good. Now come for it. Why pointers are not available in Java? First point. What is the first point now? Tell me. Pointer variables are recognized and initialized by the compiler. For your clarity, by the compiler at the compilation time. So pointers required what memory allocation? Static memory allocation. But Java is following what? Dynamic memory allocation. Nice. What next one here? What is the second point? No. Pointer variables are supported by the static programming languages. But Java is a what? Dynamic programming language. Next one is what there? Pointer variables are very much suitable in platform dependent programming languages. But Java is a platform independent programming language. Is that clear? Up to this point I have given. Now I want to give the fourth point. Try to understand the content here now. So directly I'm giving the point, you know, try to understand it clearly. Pointers is a bit confusion oriented feature. Pointer is a bit confusion oriented feature. It will increase confusion to the developers, but Java is a simple programming language. Java is a simple programming language. It must not allow the confusion oriented features like pointers. Right, sir? This is, of course, I'm able to give the proper reason, but try to understand it clearly. Pointers is a bit confusion oriented feature. It will increase confusion to the developers. But Java is a simple programming language. It must not allow the confusion oriented features like what they're pointers. How, sir? How pointers is a bit confusion oriented feature? How can you say that C programming language is creating confusion for the developers? Right. If we talk about it, I'll give some reasons. No. First of all, understand my funny reason. Actually, I experienced that reason. Actually, even still, when I'm talking about pointers, no, I may get some kind of scarediness in my mind. Really, I'm telling you, that fear I got right from my BTech first year. When I was in my BTech first year, up to intermediate Telugu medium, pure Telugu medium, you know, already at village totally. BTech first year, totally English medium. Unfortunately, my trainers at my BTech first year, they're totally, completely taking classes in English. I don't know even a single bit of English. Understand how much the difficulty is going on there? Exactly. On that, see, the point, my status is what there. First time I've seen computer in my BTech. I don't know what is programming language, what is going on inside the programming language. We don't know everything. But by the time we sat inside the class, trainers are taking C programming language classes. My BTech first year faculty, he has one problem, one irritation kind of problem with the board and the chalks, marker board also. Then he has a problem with what their chalks and markers, and he got some irritation. I don't know what is the reason why he don't like to write anything on board. Everything is trying to explain on air only. On air only, just simple. Is sitting, even I'm also, at least I'm using some paintbrush and give him some kind of diagrams. He don't like to give. By the time, no computer inside the class, nothing else. Everything we have to explain on board only. But he used to give everything on air only. He don't like that board and pen. So what happened? By the time he has taken classes like what their C programming languages, some few concepts are okay. Up to that, a little bit we understood. Directly when he come to the pointers topic, what is he saying there? The concepts in the air now. He's saying always this is pointer variable. It is referring address of this one. Here address is available, that is stored here. And we are checking on here where is address and where is pointer variable. Then after that, moreover, first time we had the word like what there? Address. We don't know what is that. I'm thinking about address in a sense, my home address now. How my home address is going to be stored here? Why address are going to be stored here? We don't know anything about it. So in that situation, we understood C programming languages. Then what is the status of it now? Then definitely that fear is coming or not. Okay, that is for me personal. I think some of you are connected with me. I think so. Some of you are getting the same type of problem there. Maybe language is okay, you can understand, no, but the way the trainers are explaining in the colleges is also a problematic thing. At my time, no trainer is available for programming languages. In my BTech final year, I completed Java classes just within 3 to 4 days of workshops only. My college has conducted 3 days of workshop for Java to complete the Java syllabus in the semester. With the 3 days of knowledge only, we wrote the exams. Of course, BTech exams are totally different. Subject is there or not is a secondary, but bundles are available now. That's sufficient to give marks. That's okay. That manipulation we are very good. We had very good manipulations over it. That is the situation there. Okay, that is not the actual reason, but I personally experienced that reason. That's why I got some kind of fear about this pointers. No, but that is not the right reason. That is not the exact reason. But what is that actual reason to say pointers are a bit confusion-oriented feature? I'll give some reasons. Try to understand it clearly. There are two levels of pointers, two types of pointers. Single level pointer, multi-level pointer. Single level pointer, multi-level pointer. What is single level pointer? No, a pointer is referring directly data. A pointer is referring directly address of the data. Only one level, no further level. But what is this multi-level pointers? No, a pointer is referring another pointer. Another pointer is referring some other pointer. Some other pointer is referring some other pointer. And finally, that other pointer is referring data. How many levels are available? You know, pointer is referring pointer. Pointer is referring pointer. Pointer is referring pointer. Finally, data. Got it or not? This is nothing but what they're multi-level pointers. In that multi-level pointers, if the levels are 1 level, 2 level, 3 level, okay, developer can trace it. Which pointer is referring which pointer is referring which data, the developer can trace it. If the levels are second level, third level, okay, fine. But if the pointers level is a 10th level, if the pointers level is a 7th level, understand my point here? No? If the pointers level is a 6th level, how developers can trace the total content here is a bit difficult or not? Definitely it is giving some kind of confusion or not? So because of that reason, we can conclude that pointers are providing confusions to the developer. Because of this reason, we are giving conclusion, pointers are a bit confusion oriented feature. Not as per our personal experience. Of course, that may be the one of the reason, that is an explicit. But the actual point is what there multi-level pointers are available inside the pointers. They are difficult to handle. Why? Because if we use too much levels of, that means more and more levels of pointers in our application, it's very much difficult for the developers to trace the levels of the pointers. So because of that reason here, what I'm telling there, pointers are providing confusion to the developers. But Java is a simple programming language. If you attend my a minute. Right, sir. Java is a simple programming language that we understood. Okay, fine. If you attend my very first class, in this class now, there are given Java history topic. In the Java history, I given what is the requirement to prepare Java programming language, what features they want to see, Sun Microsystems wants to see on the Java programming language. There I covered 3 points. The very first point is what there simple programming language. That Sun Microsystems intended to prepare the Java programming language for what purpose? There no simplicity, simple programming language. So that is the main slogan of the Java. So if it is the main slogan of the Java, then it should not allow confusion-oriented features. If it identify any feature which is confused in outside of the Java programming language, then that feature should not be allowed inside the Java. As they're having main theme is what their simple programming language. Because of that reason also, that pointers topic is not included, is not implemented inside the Java programming language. So there is no concept of pointer variables inside the Java. Understand my point clearly? So it's a confusion oriented feature, but Java is a simple programming language. It should not allow the confusion oriented features. Not only this confusion, not only this simple programming language, first 3 reasons are also be valid reasons. Especially the third reason is also be very much valid. Understand my point? So because of these 4 reasons, no pointers are not available, not suitable in a case of what their Java programming language. All of you clear about it? No? Can I move forward? Can I go for the next point here now? Right, put more concentration. Interesting point I'm going to discuss with you. Try to understand it clearly. Let us open the diagram. This entire environment I have given in what programming language? No, C and C++. Okay, fine. This everything I given inside what there? C and C++. But when we come to the Java, in the case of Java, similar concept is available. Now try to understand it clearly. You know already in Java, the complete programming is going on with classes. The complete programming is going on with what their classes. Now, for example, I want to take a class A. Inside these classes only, we are going to declare variables and methods. Inside the classes only, we are going to declare what their variables and methods. Fine. In Java, observe carefully, in Java, when we create an object for a particular class, what we created, no, when we create an object for a particular class, automatically object will be created. What is that object? Actually a block of memory. Variable is storing data in a block of memory. Here also be data will be stored in Java in the form of a block of memory. That is called as an object. Object is a block of memory. Okay, fine. And this block of memory is referred by a variable. What is that variable? A variable. The block of memory is referred by a variable, then that variable is what there? A variable. Understand it clearly? Okay, if it is a case, if it is available inside the Java like this now, then what difference you identified between this is C and Java here? What difference you identified between this pointer and this particular variable here? So in the case of C and C++, a variable is referring a block of memory. So this variable is called as a pointer variable. In the case of Java, again, a variable is referring a block of memory. A variable is referring what there? A block of memory. So why don't we say this variable is a pointer variable? How can we say that pointer variables are not available in Java? Is it? All of you are getting it or not? Of course. The name inside the Java is what there. This variable is called as what there? Reference variable. Okay, I do agree that its name is a reference variable. But the point what I'm telling now, in the case of C and C++, a variable is referring a block of memory, so that variable is a pointer variable. In the case of Java, a variable is referring block of memory, so that variable is called as a reference variable. So both are same or not? That is my question now. So how can you say that pointers are not available in Java? In the case of Java, pointers are available in the form of reference variables. I'm talking about this point. In the case of Java, pointers are available in the form of what? Their reference variable. Interviewer may argue with you like this. First interviewer will ask you, do you have pointers in Java or not? Obviously, our straightforward answer is what there? No, they are not available. then immediately he will ask you what is pointer variable. You may give the answer is what there. Pointer variable is a variable, it able to refer a block of memory. That's okay. Now, and immediately we'll ask the question. In the case of Java, if we create an object for a particular class, the reference variable is created. What reference variable is doing? Then immediately you are going to give answer there. Reference variable is referring a block of memory where the block of memory is an object. In the case of C and C++, a variable is referring block of memory, so pointer variable. In the case of Java, a variable is referring block of memory, so this is a reference variable, but both are same. Both are same, both are referring block of memory. How can you say that pointers are not implemented inside the Java? How can you say that pointers are not available inside the Java? Better not. But if you want to give answer even in this case, even in this case also, if you want to answer to that interviewer, there first we have to understand clearly what is pointer variable in C and C++, and before that what is reference variable in Java. What reference variables are able to do inside the Java, these points here we have to understand in the case of Java. If you understand what is reference variable, how it is created in Java, then we can compare with the pointer variables. If you understand how reference variable is created in Java, then we can compare with what their pointer variables. There we can understand the differences clearly. Now I'm going to talk about the reference variable. What is reference variable, how it is created, and what it is referring inside the Java. Now I'm going to explain the content. Try to put more concentration. This is the central concept today's class now. This is a main topic in today's class. Put more concentration clearly. Good. The same example I want to take in the case of Java. Observe carefully. In Java, I'm going to take a class A. Inside the class A, I'm going to take some data, some members. Here we have taken. Inside the class A, we have taken some data A. Observe carefully. Now here we are having A small a is equal to new A. Object here we created. Here what we created here, A small a is equal to new A. I'm asking this question to you, now try to answer for it. In Java, who will execute our programs? Who is executing our programs inside the Java? Come on, JVM. JVM is executing our program. So this intersection must be executed by JVM or not? Definitely, this is a JVM, for example. Now this JVM is executing this particular intersection. Okay, this we can call it as what there, JVM. JVM in the sense Java Virtual Machine. Nice. In Java, observe carefully. In Java, a separate type of memory will be used. A separate memory management system will be used. That separate memory management system is what there, heap memory. Heap memory will be used inside the Java. Inside the Java, what type of memory is used here? No, heap memory will be used. Heap memory is a dynamic memory management system. It allocates and deallocates memory for the objects at runtime as per the requirement. Do this point. To control this entire heap memory, one person is assigned. To control this total heap memory, one manager is assigned. The name of this particular manager is what there? Heap manager. The name of this manager is like what there? Heap manager. Okay, fine. When this heap manager is available, it is able to create the memory inside the heap memory. It is able to destroy the memory inside the heap memory. So heap manager is available. Okay, now understand it. We are going to execute this particular program. Now JVM is trying to execute this particular instruction. Especially inside this instruction, there is a keyword. What is that keyword here? No, new keyword. It has the internal functionality of object creation. As per that new keyword functionality, JVM will send a request to the heap manager about to create an object for the class A. JVM will send a request to the heap manager about to create an object for the respective class A. Then immediately heap manager will search for the required block of memory. Of course, that how much memory that object is created, that information must be provided by JVM to the heap manager internally. Then heap manager will search for the required block of memory. When the required block of memory is created, automatically that block of memory will be assigned for the JVM requirement. The required block of memory will be assigned for the JVM requirement. Now this particular block of memory for the class A to the JVM requirement, for the JVM requirement, now this block of memory is called as an object. I should not get any question what is an object in the future. Object is a memory block to store the data. That object will be created for a particular class in order to store that class data inside this object. Fine, object is created. Now tell me, one question here I'm asking then. I think all of you are sitting in front of me. You're all sitting in front of me. If I want to call persons individually, I need your identity or not? I need your identity or not? Definitely, I need your identity. Your identity is what there? Some name. Name is your identity. Okay, definitely we are having some identity. Similarly, in Java applications, how many objects we are creating? Do you think about it? Only one object we are creating inside the Java? No, number of objects we are creating. Plenty of objects we are creating. More and more number of objects we are creating. Number of objects which we are creating inside the Java is totally depending on the requirement, application requirement. As per the application requirement only, we are going to create number of objects inside the Java applications. Okay, where objects are going to be created? Inside the heap memory only, objects are going to be created. Inside the heap memory only, objects are going to be created. How many objects? No, multiple objects are created. But I need to recognize that each and every object. After recognizing that each and every object, I have to access it, I have to keep data, and I have to get data from the object. So if I want to access that each and every object independently, I need its identity or not? All right, exactly. Inside the Java, for every object, some identity must be required. One identity must be created. Right. To recognize this object independently, heap manager must create an unique identity for each and every object. Similarly, for this object also, heap manager must create one unique identity. So heap manager has created an unique identity in the form of an integer value. That integer value which is identifying this particular object independently. Now that integer value is called as hash code of the object. Terminology is very important. Try to understand it. No, what code here? No, hash code. Now I'm asking this question to all of you. Now try to answer for it. What is the hash code of the object? Come on, what is hash code of the object here? No, hash code of the object is not at all address location. That's what I'm telling to you. Observe carefully. So when JVM is requesting to the heap manager about to create an object, heap manager will search for the required block of memory. When the required block of memory is created, is available, it will create an object. When object is created, immediately heap manager will provide an unique identity for this object in the form of an integer value. Heap manager has created an unique identity for this object in the form of an integer value 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this unique identity in the form of integer value is called as what? Their hash code of the object. Hash code is an unique identity provided by heap manager for each and every object to recognize, to identify the objects independently. Got it or not? Okay, fine. When this hash code value is created by heap manager, immediately heap manager will get the hash code value. Heap manager will get the hash code value. After that, heap manager will send that hash code value to the JVM. Heap manager will send the hash code value to the JVM. Say for example, here we are getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like this hash code value. When hash code value is available to the JVM, now immediately JVM is converting this hash code value into hexadecimal form. Immediately JVM is converting this hash code value into its hexadecimal form. Say for example, AB56 is a hexadecimal form of hash code, for example. Now the hexadecimal form of a hash code, the hexadecimal form of hash code that we created for each and every object is called as reference value of the object. Hexadecimal form of hash code is called as what? Their reference value of the object. Now understand this point clearly. This AB56 is called as what? Their reference value of the object. When this reference value is created, JVM will assign that reference variable to a variable. JVM will assign that reference value to a variable. That variable which has the reference value, the variable which stores the reference value is called as reference variable. That is called as what? Their reference variable. Understand it clearly. What is the point I'm telling you now? Are you getting my point or not? Once again, I'm explaining to you. Now try to understand it clearly. First of all, what is going on? When JVM executes object creation statement, immediately JVM will recognize and execute new keyword. As per the new keyword direction, JVM will submit a request to the heap manager about to create an object. Heap manager will search for the required block of memory. If the required block of memory is available, immediately heap manager will create a block of memory for the JVM requirement. This block of memory is called as what? Object. When object is created, immediately one identity must be created or not. That identity is created by heap manager for this object in the form of an integer value. This integer value as an identity for this object is called as what? Their hash code of the object. When a hash code value is created, immediately hash code value will be provided to the JVM. Now JVM is converting this hash code value into its hexadecimal form. Hexadecimal form of hash code is called as what? The reference value of the object. That reference value will be assigned to a variable. That variable is called as what? Their reference variable. So finally we understood what is the meaning of reference variable. Finally we understood what is the meaning of what? Their reference variable. Tell me, all of you know what is reference variable? Come on, what is reference variable? Reference variable is a variable which stores reference value of the object, where reference value of the object is what? Hexadecimal form of hash code, where hash code is an unique identity for each and every object in the form of an integer value. Remember carefully, here hash code is not address location. Reference value is not representing any address location. Reference variable is not storing any address location. But in the case of C and C++, a variable is referring a block of memory by storing address location. This is pointer variable. In the case of C and C++, a variable is referring a block of memory by storing its address location. So that variable is called as what? Their pointer variable. Observe carefully this point now. But in the case of Java, a variable is referring a block of memory by storing object reference value. By storing what reference value? No, object reference value. By storing object reference value, it is able to refer a block of memory. That is called as what? There, an object. Understand the difference between pointer variable and reference variable. Pointer variable is able to refer a block of memory by storing address locations. Reference variable is able to refer a block of memory, that is an object, by storing objects reference value, where reference value is a hexadecimal form of hash code, where hash code is an integer value, as an unique identity provided by heap manager. So here hash code is not representing any address location. Reference value is not representing any address location. Reference variable is not representing any address location. So here, if we compare both pointer variable and reference variable, pointer variable is totally different from what? Their reference variable. Reference variable is completely away from pointer variable. Both are at two opposite directions. But at finally, both are referring memories only. Even though both are referring objects, no, both are referring memory blocks, no, but pointer variable way is different, reference variable approach is different. How can we compare both of them? How can you say that both are same in outside? No. Because of this particular content only, we can conclude that pointer variables are not available in the case of what there? Java. This is a clear-cut analysis here, I'm telling you. That's okay, fine. So now let me take this copy here. Now I want to give in that point also clearly. First of all, right, sir. Now here, I have one more interview question. Now try to answer for this interview question here. That question is what are the differences between pointer variables and reference variables? What are the differences between pointer variables and reference variables? This is my question here. We have to understand. Right, sir. Only few differences. Now try to understand the two differences here. 2 to 3 differences only. Right. Directly. First of all, we have to understand the first difference here. The very first difference here. What there? Pointers exist. Pointers exist in C and C++. But whereas reference variables exist in Java. Pointer variables existed in C and C++, but reference variables are available in Java. That's point number one. Point number two, observe carefully. Pointer variables are able to refer a block of memory. Pointer variables are able to refer a block of memory by storing address locations. But whereas reference variables are able to refer to a block of memory. Reference variables are able to refer to a block of memory that is an object through its reference variable, through its what there reference value, where the reference value is the hexadecimal form of hash code. The reference value is a hexadecimal form of what there hash code, where hash code is an unique identity. Hash code is an unique identity provided by the heap manager. Provided by what there? Heap manager in the form of an integer value. In the form of like what there? An integer value. That's it. Now this is clear-cut information here I'm telling them. After this third point here we can understand now. Pointer variables are recognized and initialized at a compilation time. At the compilation time, pointer variables are recognized and initialized at the compilation time. But whereas reference variables are recognized and initialized at runtime. If you observe this point here, another point now, pointer variables are suitable in the static programming languages and platform dependent programming languages. But whereas, what about these reference variables here? We can observe carefully. Reference variables are very much suitable in dynamic programming languages, and they are very much suitable in platform independent programming languages. Right, sir. Now this is exactly the meaning of like what there pointer variables and their existence in C and C++, and they're not available, they're not existed inside what their Java programming language. So definitely as a fresher, if you go for any interview, there is a scope to ask this type of questions by that interviewer. These are the minimal concepts, minimal questions from any interviewer. So in that mode, if interviewer is asking this type of questions, you must give answers for these questions there clearly. You must give answers for all these questions now. Then only it is possible to get jobs. One more point I'm telling there. Don't neglect core Java. In general, people are neglecting core Java. Why people are trying to neglect this core Java? I will give some reasons. In their colleges, they might be aware about core Java a little bit. By that, people are thinking about it. I know about the total core Java. Then when they're coming to the institutes, no, they're trying to learn the concepts right from advanced Java. But without having strong basics on core Java, not possible to understand advanced Java. In advanced Java, they're bounced completely. They're not going to understand anything. So by the time in the middle of the advanced Java, they're unable to go for core Java. Back, they're unable to move forward to the frameworks. There they will be stuck. They will leave the total Java programming language in outside. Understand it clearly. So what is the point I'm telling there? Don't neglect core Java. Even though you are aware about core Java, but try to understand completely one more time. You have to aware about the totally core Java one more time. One more point I'm telling there. What you learn, what you studied for core Java in your colleges, that is only for the sake of passing your exams. That is not at all sufficient in the industry. That is not at all sufficient in our industry, in the companies. You must have very good knowledge in core Java. One more thing I'm telling there, if you're strong in core Java, then only you will be strong in next to technologies, JDE technologies. If you're not strong in core Java, no scope for you to understand the future concepts. That's why here itself we can understand, try to attend the classes properly, try to understand the content properly. Think of it, you are at zero level in core Java. Try to start freshly, right from zero level. Then only we are going to understand the content. If you thought I know core Java, there it will be the backward for you. There will be the black point for you. Not possible to come out from it, not possible to understand the future technologies effectively. But when people will come to the core Java class again, no, without learning core Java, directly they'll move to the advanced Java. They'll understand something in advanced Java. They'll go to what their next frameworks, no, Spring Boot microservices. There also be light awareness only they are getting due to the lack of the core Java. After that, they will go to that interviews. In the interviews, what happened? 60% of the questions are asked by that interviewers from core Java only. When students are identifying core Java questions in the interview, now they realize that again they are trying to start core Java classes now. Now they will come to these core Java classes. I think from you also some of you are available like that. I know that if you talk individually, definitely you are able to give your information. Situations are going on like that. So this time itself, don't neglect core Java. And again, I'm requesting to everybody, even though at static mode and the startup mode, some theoretical concepts I'm discussing there, but concepts wise, try to understand, try to study one time, just leave aside. When it required again, we will recollect it. But regularly, we have to study the content. At least 15 minutes of time, open the document and read the document until we start programs. Once we start the program there, then definitely we have to do some work on systems. Okay, steps to prepare first application. I'm going to keep the heading. From that point onwards, every day we have to do work on systems. But until the time, we have to do just open the document and study the content. Today I completed one point. Today evening, check it, how much I remember this point. Close the material and try to recollect all the points. If you are getting recollection of all the points, it's okay, well and good. If you are not recollecting the point, open the document and try to study it. Once again, recollect the concepts. But getting information is very, very important. Remembering the points are very, very important. So all these points are discussion kind of points now. And outside, if you want to make some discussion with some other person there we can give discussion, very good discussion we are able to provide with all the points now. That's why we have to remember all the content clearly. These are also be important. Finally, what I'm telling there, don't neglect, don't overlook these concepts. No, these are also be important. Everybody must aware about these concepts. Right, sir? It's okay, fine. That's all for today. Then tomorrow, I'm going to talk one more interesting topic. The topic will be like what there, multiple inheritance is not possible in Java. Multiple inheritance is not possible in Java. Then tomorrow, especially, I'm going to put concentration on it. Why multiple inheritance is not possible in Java? In Python, multiple inheritance is possible. How multiple inheritance is possible in Python? I'll explain that tomorrow. In the case of Java, why multiple inheritance is not possible. At the same time, why it is possible in the case of Python, why the difference is available. I'll put more concentration on that particular topic on tomorrow. If time is permitted, I'll go for the next concepts also. Nearly 9 number of differences are available, but these are the important differences. No, multiple inheritance may take some more time. If I complete it on a single day, all the remaining 4 or 5 differences we are going to complete. Small differences only. Answer my point, so without failure, try to attend for the class on tomorrow. In tomorrow, we are able to see like what there multiple inheritance related content clearly. Got it or not? Right, sir. That's all for today. Tomorrow we'll see the remaining content. Thank you. Thanks a lot. We'll see you on tomorrow.